Hello, this is Spyglass Northwest, and today I'm going to be hiking up Marble Creek Trail. Marble Creek flows into the St. Joe River here in North Idaho. It's the site of a significant amount of timber harvesting operations in the late 1800s. There's a great deal of wealth that was taken out of here, and there's a lot of history here, and it should be a beautiful hike. I'm hoping to see some game. It's actually bear hunting season here still, and I'm going to be carrying a rifle and hope to get some have some interesting video to show. So anyway, it's a beautiful day in June. Birds are out. It should be amazing. Let's head up the trail. Okay, it was about a 13-mile drive up Marble Creek from the Interpretive Center. I'm at the Trailhead, 261. There's parking near the Trailhead. I've got everything I need with me for a day hike and also to bear hunt if the opportunity arises. I've got my rifle, I've got my GPS, my binoculars. I've got some brats to cook over an open fire. I've got my first aid kit, my map, and an emergency shelter in case it rains. Pretty much set to go for the whole day. I intend to be out of here well before dark, so I hope everything works out. And should be a fun day in the mountains. It's a beautiful river, a creek here, Marble Creek, and I can't wait to head up the trail. So let's get to hiking. Okay, this is pretty typical of what the trail looks like. The trail rose in elevation immediately at the trailhead and led a bit away from Marble Creek, so the roar of the creek is not so loud here. And it crosses a series of streams as it works its way generally in the same direction as Marble Creek up on the hillside. This is pretty typical of trails here in the dark forest. It's just beautiful. A lot of foliage, dense timber. It's cool, a lot of shade in the summer, and lots of opportunities for water, drinking water here as you travel up the trail. So far so good. After crossing another creek, the trail climbs again, and I found this great scenic spot to get a little bit of film of the stream upriver. Anyway, sun's still low. Beautiful view. It was knee deep in places, and I was able to keep my footing, although it was a little bit precarious at times. I did manage to cross the creek. I don't know the name, I'll look it up later. I'm going to continue up the trail now and see where it leads. Enjoying the journey. Here's something you come across quite often in the mountains here on the trails. It's an elk camp. I can see where there's the firewood. It looks like it's been a few years since it's been used. Firewood, poles for the cabin tent. Sometimes you find a corral where there's been horses. I don't see any evidence of a horse corral here. Could be a motorcycle camp. But you end up finding an outhouse, different things. I don't know what that is over there. Looks like a bedstead. If I was to guess, this might have been the site of an old logging camp. What I saw, the bed pieces over here in the trees actually look like they are beds, but there are numerous beds here, steel bed frames, and actually here's an interesting sight you don't see every day. There you can clearly see the bed frame. The kind of the metal weave and springs making up the base for the mattress, and a fairly mature tree growing up right through the middle of it. Pretty interesting. And you can see the tree grew right through the bed frame, interwoven with the material. You don't see that every day. And there are bed frames everywhere here. If I was to guess, I would say that I'm standing in an old location of a bunkhouse. Here's another tree growing right through a bed frame. These are riveted bed frames. It's not like somebody placed them there after the fact. Very probably the building deteriorated and rotted around the frames or was burned. This may be a well-known site for all I know, but there are bed frames all over here, just sitting. I would say a couple dozen at least. And the site close to it has been used for a camp for many years since, but also this is definitely the site of a more significant camp. There's another mature and actually dead tree now that grew up through that bed frame, or those bunks. I would say these are multi-tiered bunks. We're looking at the top bunk. There's just rows and rows of bed frames here. I'm not sure what this camp was, but it was likely one of the old logging camps. Definitely a neat find. My goodness, there's big bed frames everywhere. Just saw that deer cross the trail ahead of me. Looks like a little doe. Can't quite tell. See if I can walk up the trail and get a little bit better video, a better shot. There it is again. Come on, camera, focus on him. There he goes. Oh, you know, it could be a mule deer. Nope, it's a whitetail. Just took off. Is it obvious that I like waterfalls? This, I hope, will be one of the last creek crossings before we get down into Marble Creek proper and hit the intersection of the two trails. Alright, here I am at the intersection of the Marble Creek Trail and Delaney Creek Trail. Looks like Delaney Creek Trail continues on up, farther up to higher elevations, which would be fun, but I don't think I want to do that today. I'm going to continue on the Marble Creek Trail, and it makes a kind of circles back around and rises in elevation pretty significantly, I believe around 1600 feet. I'm going to take that, and I believe I can make it into a loop and end up back at the trailhead in my vehicle. And hopefully it's not too strenuous, but I guess that's part of why I'm here. Well, I've been looking at this a few minutes, and I walked out into the Marble Creek just a little ways into the stream, into the current. I think I'm going to pass on crossing. The water doesn't look that deep necessarily, but I think it's starting near waist deep, and I don't think I can hold myself, and I'm up here all by myself. Don't think it's worth the risk, as disappointing as it is. Maybe a little bit later in the year the water will be down, but not now. Anyway, I'm going to turn around and probably go up that other trail for a ways and see what I can see, and then double back. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it a loop, but I just have too much to lose, and I don't feel like taking a swim, so I'm going to change my plans right here and now. I'm about 9 miles in, and you can see I'm hitting some more snow. Trees are changing. A lot more of the alpine look to it. I'm looking for a good place to stop and have lunch and turn around and head back. It's been a good hike. It's starting to get hard though. End of the trail for me. I'm cooking my brats. Gonna rest up a little bit and head back on down the trail. It ain't very pretty, but it's sure gonna taste good. up and head home. Probably not the best time to go on the trail. Probably August. The water's pretty high. Still some snow in the higher portions. Other than that, really a lot of fun. Very nice. A lot of forest, a lot of dark forest. No high vistas. Really, it was really a lot of just forest and up and down. My GPS says it's about 18 miles. I'm not sure if that's true. I'll update on the posting of the video, the actual mileage, and the elevation gain and loss. There was a lot of up and down, and boy, that last mile, there was a pretty good climb, and it was really hard. Also wanted to give a shout out to marlinowners.com. They've been a lot of help to me. They were instrumental in me researching and buying this 1895 GS, which is really kind of an ideal hunting rifle in these parts. I consider pretty ideal anyway. And also the Skinner sight, I really enjoy that. That's a real addition that helps. And so I wanted to mention them and all the nice people, including Eli and others that help with technical aspects of these rifles. And that's about all I can think of. Like I say, I'll post the actual mileage and gains and loss of elevation when I post the video. God bless you and enjoy the journey. This is Spyglass Northwest.